Hello everyone and welcome to the 2025-26 Free League NHL Fantasy Draft. Long name and I know it's chaotic. Here we go. We're going to start the drawing off. First I'll be picking the fantasy team name and then I'll pick the corresponding NHL team name. But before we get started, let's go over the rules.
Alright, here's how it goes. First, we pick your team name out of a hat. See that? Beautiful. Then, we proceed to take out an NHL team's name. Random, of course. Not gonna have any cheating here. Then we go over to NHL 25, and well, this is where it gets fun. First, we took all the teams and put them into a franchise mode. 10 teams to be exact. Then, if your corresponding NHL team does well, you're gonna have the number 1 seed. Look at that beautiful team up there, number 1. And if you're fucking dog ass, well, you're gonna be dead last. Sucks to suck, asshole.
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting!
Then we're gonna jump into the playoff mode.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
And this will be based off where you finished during the end of the regular season. Teams will play each other in a single game elimination style. Winner moves on, and loser will be eliminated. The draft position of the losing teams will be based on where they finished during the regular season. So, let's hop into it and have fun. Sending it back to Terminator, to the draft.
Now that that's clarified, let's get started. Alright, first fantasy team name. Let's see what we got here. First pick is the African Waterholes. All right, and their corresponding team, NHL team, will be. Let's see, who are they going to get? The Florida Panthers. Oh, that's kind of broken. Our second team. Let's see what fantasy name gets picked next. Let's see what curse name you guys picked out, made for me to announce live. All right, next up, How to Train Your Dowdy. How to Train Your Dowdy. And the corresponding NHL team, let's see what it's going to be. The Tampa Bay Lightning. Wow, both Florida teams going first. That's crazy.
That's broken.
That is broken. Third team. Going to try and do this a little faster. The rain's not getting worse, but you never know around here. Okay. The third team. Chris's Rising Dragons. All right, Chris's Rising Dragons. All right, let's do the corresponding NHL team for the Chris's Rising Dragons. Interesting name. And we have the Colorado Avalanche, folks. Look at that.
Is that a shitty team?
Colorado Avalanche. Next up, let's see what fantasy name gets picked. Please, God, let it not be cursed. All right. Alabama MITLF. I'm not going to go into that abbreviation. And the corresponding team are the Winnipeg Jets. Okay. Next up, Let the Good Times Row. Mr. Gaudreau, respect to Gaudreau. All right, and the corresponding NHL team will be ooh, good one. Edmonton Oilers. The Edmonton Oilers. All right, next up, the Black Lagoon Loons. The Black Lagoon Loons. All right, let's pick a random NHL team. We have the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay, picking up from, I don't know who, I think it was the Black Lagoon Loons. You'll see it in the editing, but here we go. Let's pick the next team. Okay. Next up is yours truly, the Terminators.
Boo.
Sucks, all the teams I wanted are gone. All right, let's see what NHL team I got. Oh, okay, this might be broken. I might have got the best team in the game. The Dallas Stars. Yep. Definitely not rigged, I promise. The Dallas Stars. Next up, who's gonna get picked? Who is gonna be the lucky person? The lucky Lou. Yari's glove. Yari's glove.
What?
One of the worst goaltenders in the league outside of
That's
Alexander.
Jerry's.
Alright, what NHL team is Yari's glove gonna get? Let us find out. Wow, they're getting the New Jersey Devils. The New Jersey Devils. Alright, we're down to our final two, folks. Let's see what we get here. Who's gonna be the second to last person? Let's hope another chicken doesn't make a loud sound, interrupting my train of thought. Don't know why this is a name, but next up, you smell like coochie. That's crazy. That's crazy. You smell like coochie. Sky, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, man. That's crazy.
Cutchy.
There's a player called Kucherov, and they call him Coochie. All right, let's see what NHL team. Sadly, Tampa's gone, so that would have been a match made in heaven, but let's see. Only 2 NHL teams left. I don't really remember which ones. I know it's the top 10 in the game, but let's see who we get. Okay. The Carolina Hurricanes. Coochie gets the Carolina Hurricanes. That's crazy. That's cursed. Now I know who the last one is, but I just took a peek. But let's see. I don't remember who the last fantasy team is. Mr. Alex. Wow, that's crazy. Soft dump in the corner. Soft dump in the corner. That's crazy. Soft dump in the corner with the last pick of this little mini game to determine the draft lottery. So without further ado, the final team chosen, the soft dump in the corner, will get the New York Rangers as their corresponding NHL team. The New York Rangers. Alex, this was definitely not calculated. Did not plan this. You get your favorite team. Let's hope they don't blow it for you, just like they do every year. Disgusting team. All right, so that's it, folks. Let's jump over to the simulations and see who comes out on top and who ends up on the short end of the stick. All right, everyone, so now we're over by the simulation. I chose the African Waterholes team, the Florida Panthers, because it's kind of a neutral team. So yeah, let's go from here. Let's simulate the season, and then I might have to jump over to playoff mode in order to actually witness each playoff round or each matchup. So let's see, let's find out. Why do I need to talk to Paul Maurice? Crazy old Maurice. Okay, so we're at the end of the season, and it looks like the Colorado Avalanche have ended up on top with the most amount of points. And actually, no, the season's not even over yet. Hold on. Here we are at the end of the season. Every team has played 82 games, as you can see here. So far, it looks like, based on points, the Colorado Avalanche are in first place, followed by the Leafs, the Panthers, the Jets, the Dallas Stars, the New York Rangers, the Carolina Hurricanes, the Edmonton Oilers, the New Jersey Devils, and last but not least, the Tampa Bay Lightning. I can't believe the Tampa Bay Lightning are dead last night. That's crazy. That is so rough. So that's the order heading into the playoffs. Let's go in and find out what happens. In order to determine who will play the number 1 and number 2 seeded teams, we first go through our wild card matchups. The first being 7th seeded Carolina Hurricanes taking on the 10th seeded Tampa Bay Lightning. The other matchup will be the 8th seeded Edmonton Oilers, who are taking on the 9th seeded New Jersey Devils. And with that, the Carolina Hurricanes beat the Tampa Bay Lightning to move on in the playoffs. It looks like the How to Train Your Dowdies will be picking with the 10th overall pick in the 25-26 fantasy draft.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
All right, next up, the New Jersey Devils and the Edmonton Oilers. Let's see what happens. With Edmonton leading 4-3 after the second, we head into the third period to see what happens. It's not a big deal, though. It got waved off. That's insane. Oh my god, the Devils suck. Oh my god. Is this gonna count? What? What? That should have counted. What a goal by Connor Brown. Yeah, no. Oh my god, Vic Davis cracked. And the Oilers are just piling it on here. Absolute domination here in this third period. 3, 2, 1. And the game's over. The Edmonton Oilers move on. Let's have a look at the next playoff bracket.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Now that the wild card is finished, we have our full playoff bracket. Starting off, we have the number 1 seeded Colorado Avalanche, and they will be taking on the Edmonton Oilers. After taking an early 1-0 lead in the first period, the Colorado Avalanche would find a way to score in the third period to tie it up and send it to overtime. And in just under 15 minutes, the Edmonton Oilers would strike. No way. The Edmonton Oilers just upset the Colorado Avalanche.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Next, we have the Winnipeg Jets, who are taking on the Dallas Stars. Second game, folks. And the Dallas Stars and the Winnipeg Jets are going to OT. Massive game here. Let's see what happens. Nice hit. Oh my god. Jamie Benn. What if he wins it? Yes! 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 Let's go, Dallas. I mean, Dallas wins in a shocker, an absolute stunner, in a powerhouse heavyweight matchup against the Winnipeg Jets. Absolute stunner. Either of these teams could have won and moved on. But thankfully, for my own sake, it's the Dallas Stars. Let's go. On to the next one.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
On the other side, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. After taking a 2-1 lead heading into the third, the Toronto Maple Leafs look to hold on as the minutes tick down. Oh my god, Aho coming up. He turns it over. A puck is going into the corner. Morgan Riley battling. And the Toronto Maple Leafs hold on for the win. Absolute shocker. They're jumping for joy. They can't believe it. They won a playoff series. Absolutely shocking. They usually don't do this, folks. Crazy. Congrats to Toronto. And congrats to the Black Lagoon Loons on eliminating the Carolina Hurricanes, also known as You Smell Like Coochie.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And last but not least, we have the Florida Panthers taking on the New York Rangers. This one's going to be a doozy. Who will come out on top? Will it be Soft Dump in the Corner as the Rangers, or the African Waterholes as the Florida Panthers? Let's find out. The Rangers are currently hold a 2-0 lead on the Panthers, who will come out on top. Brings it over the blue line, feeds it to the slot, and Reinhardt with a snipe into the Rangers net. What a snipe-a-do. Beautiful. From Sam Reinhardt, number 13. Sam Oskevich, what are you doing, kid? Nosek, shot on that, and it's a save, and Shesty Starkin. Oh, I hate this. The Rangers are moving on. They upset the Florida Panthers. And the 6th-seeded New York Rangers are moving on to round number 2. Absolute fucking shocker.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Here is the updated bracket heading into round 2. Next up, we have the Dallas Stars in round 2 versus the Edmonton Oilers. Oh my god, bro. Alright. Since it's round 2, we're gonna just watch every third period from the start. Shush. It's currently 3-0. Edmonton is up. Whole third period to play here. Let's see what happens. They didn't even score in the third. I'm in shock. Well, there goes my run. See, it's not rigged. I told you. This would never be rigged. Of course not. That's crazy. The Oilers are just that cracked. Just that cracked. Just that.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
But congrats to the Edmonton Oilers. From wild card to the Stanley Cup matchup. What is that? That's awesome. This team just finds a way. Just finds a freaking way to make it to the Stanley Cups. Absolutely amazing. Next up, the New York Rangers taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Who's gonna come out on top here? Let's find out. At least they scored. What a comeback in the second. Stop, you're trying to jinx it for each team. Alright, let's go into the third. That's the legal obligation. You have to watch the third. Turnover. Oh my god. Chris Kreider, you gotta shoot that thing. Oh, Brodzinski. Okay. What? I was looking down at the ground after that, like, shitty rebound and non-shot. I hate this. I hate this so much. Chris Kreider pops in a power play goal unassisted off all those weird bounces to put his team up by 2. Absolutely disgusting. Huge goal for the Rangers. Puts them up 4-2 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. What the hell was that thing? Okay, they're right back in it. Toronto pops one in. Mitch Marner. Wow. What a pass by Matthew Nyes. Look at that silky feed. Oh my god. And he pops it in. This is a crazy game. Oh my god. And the Toronto Maple Leafs tie it up. Mitch Marner makes it a 4-4 game. JT Miller and Austin Matthews, let's see. Overtime. Brand new game here, folks. Winner takes it all. And Matthews. That's crazy. I couldn't even get it out. Couldn't even get it out in time. An absolute upset by the Leafs. Who would have thought? EA, you know? Who would have thought, you know? It's like the fucking cheat code, man.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Congratulations to the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Black Lagoon Loons. Congratulations to them. They are going to the Stanley Cup to face off against the Edmonton Oilers. The God times Row. Mr. Gaudreau, shout out. What a matchup that is going to be.
We now head into the final matchup between the Edmonton Oilers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Who will come out on top? Who will win the first overall pick?
Well, folks, it all comes down to this. The Toronto Maple Leafs and the Edmonton Oilers in the finale. I just can't believe that Toronto, a team that always simulates its way to the Stanley Cup, managed to make it all this way. That's absolutely crazy. And then the Oilers, another cup appearance. Wow, how crazy one, EA. You know, almost shocking. You know. All right, let's run this. Okay, this is already a blowout. I don't like this. Well, it's already 4-2, but we're gonna go into the third and let's watch. Oh my god. Just got robbed by the post. They're pushing here. They just took out McDavid. Max Domi to Carlo. Oh my god. Oh my god! On the post again! 2 posts. That's crazy. Benoit taking it up. Over to Domi to Yarncroc. Oh! Stuart Skinner playing top tier goaltending. Down to the point. Kulak. Ooh, and a blast, and he makes a great save. Solars again, shutting down the Oilers in this third. And there it is, the first overall pick. They're taking it out of the case. They're taking the first overall pick out of the case. Look at that. Oh, it's just a giant number 1 over it. Wow, that's amazing. Now getting thrown on the ground. Kulak to Lorenz. What a stop, what a play. Oh, what a goal for Holmberg. And they're under a minute. Pontus Holmberg. Oh, what a sequence. That was amazing. Toronto wins the faceoff. Slapper. Oh, and almost a goal. Nylander to McCabe. In front. Oh, and they turn it over. Arvidsson down the ice. Can he put it in? And he does. Oh, the game might just be over, folks. Wow. The Edmonton Oilers just escaped letting up a massive goal. Oh my gosh. I was kind of hoping Toronto would score that. This game was getting nuts. That's... Wow. I'm speechless. How did they not score? The coach, he's distraught. You could just see him on the bench. He doesn't know what just happened. They should have scored. He knows it. They don't know if they're ever going to have a chance like this again. But in old Toronto fashion, the game just might be over. Up the boards, 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Edmonton Oilers have come all the way back from a wild card round position to win the Stanley Cup and in turn win the #1 overall pick in the 25-26 NHL fantasy season here at the SSRM. Absolute show stunner. What a simulation. What an amazing matches. We are so excited to see this fantasy season. Oh, let's get some hockey going. What a great start to the season. I just wanted to thank everyone again for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And as I'm saying this, you could see that the draft order will be running down the screen. We may have a few more videos as the season goes along, so keep an eye out. Keep your ears open, you know. And hope you enjoy the 25-26 NHL season. Take care.